All right, let's see if we're back. Let's see if we are back here on Amazon. We may have lost. We may have lost. All right, let's see if we're back here on Amazon. We may have lost connection over on the other platforms because I did just plug something in and I forgot sometimes when I plug in this hub that I'm using can cause OBS to crash, and I should have had this already pre-plugged in. But there we go. Let me check the other platforms real quick and see if we're still live on those or if we have lost connection on those as well. Let me check here real quick. Doesn't matter. I'm going to finish here on Amazon with you guys. Okay, it looks like we are back live on Facebook, but I think it came in as a separate stream. And let me go over to YouTube and check real quick. And I think, yeah, we're finished over on YouTube. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, so let's finish this up. Let me show you guys this really quickly here. Hopefully I can get it to work without there being any problems. So let me refresh this page and now plug in this controller, and hopefully it will not crash again. But if it does crash, it is not me. It is actually this hub. Okay, so there we go. We're back, and make sure I got everything highlighted down in the carousel. All right, so here's the cable that we're going to plug into the controller, and then we're going to switch over to the scene, and I'll show you guys how this works. Okay, so let's do that, and let's go over to our drone view. All right, so now all we got to do is turn on the controller, and we should be good to go. So let me go ahead and power on the controller. And we're going to just fly around a little bit. I just want you guys to see what this controller can do really quickly. And then we're going to get ready to wrap up the stream for tonight. So I'm just going to show you guys this. Give it a second for it to connect. And as soon as it connects, we'll be ready to fly a little bit. Now, of course, this is a simulator, but it is very similar to flying a real drone. All right, so let's go ahead and click on our drone simulator right here and wait for this to load. And I'm going to go just click here, go fly, wait for it to load. It doesn't take long. It is very quick. And I'm going to just go ahead and place our drone on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm going to pull both of these sticks down and in. That's going to start up our drone. Then I'm just going to fly straight up. All right, so we are up now. So I'm just going to, go over a little bit so you guys can see the street, kind of the city. There's a little animations here where, you have cars and things driving around. We can go up as high as we need to. We can go, we can orbit around so you can see the city view, things like that, which is pretty cool. And let me show you guys this little street. So I'm going to come down a little bit right about where this car is coming. And let's go over a little bit. I don't want to fly into the car, but you guys get the idea. So we're going to fly forward here and make sure we don't hit anything. I'm going a little bit fast, but I'm used to flying, so that happens. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a few things in this city that you can see while you're flying. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the drone down a little bit, and I'm going to rotate it around so you guys can see some of the front facings of these buildings. These buildings all look like they are abandoned, which is weird to me that they would, use abandoned buildings, but you guys get it. So we can kind of scroll, fly through here, look at this photo lab right here. It's shut down. We have a cosmetic drugstore. It's shut down. What is this? Is this a burger place? A grocery store? A deli? It's shut down. Everything is shut down in this town. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. We can also point our camera downward so we can fly over some of these things. Now, I do have this drone set to avoid if it comes in contact with something, because it does have 360 obstacle avoidance on this. And you see, as we're getting close to this building here, it's giving us a warning that we need to move over a little bit so we don't hit the building. And, we can just keep flying forward like this, looking down, but I can also bring the camera back up so we can look at what is ahead of us. Now, there are some barriers here within this app that we can't go beyond, and I'm pretty sure that's something that they're going to address in a future update. that'll allow us to fly farther out. So I'm just going to just kind of orbit around here a little bit. Let's fly down here and see if we can chase this little white truck you guys see here. So let's see if I can catch up with this truck. Probably not. It's moving pretty quick. Yep, there goes the truck. All right, it's gone. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit my return to home and let the drone land. So I'm going to press that, press and hold the RTH button, and the drone is then going to return to home. Now, of course, you can just fly the drone in yourself and land it yourself, but it's pretty cool that it has all of these features built into the drone where it can land, and hopefully it doesn't hit the little robot that's standing there in the road. All right, guys, so this is the DJI simulator that you now have on your drone controller. So pretty cool, pretty cool. You know, I don't know how many of you guys are truly interested in drones. I wasn't, you know, extremely interested in drones until recently. You know, maybe a year or so, you know, brands started sending me, you know, little budget drones to fly. This is the first commercial drone I've ever owned where I had to register it with the FAA. And for me to use this for work, I also had to get the Part 107 drone pilot license certification, which I did. I was able to pass the test. I passed it with a 95. So I was very impressed with, you know, how well I was able to retain that information. You know, you guys should be proud of me. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and close out of our simulator, and we're going to shut down this controller. Let's go ahead and press that real quick. All right, let's set this guy down. We are good. We can unplug this cable now. It sucks that we lost connection on the other platforms, but I'll remember next time to make sure that we do have these things already pre-connected so we don't run into any issues with the hub that's here on my desk, because that hub does not like it when you add something new to it. It is not a fan of that at all. All right, so the last few things we have in the carousel, we'll go through these pretty quick. One is this new iPhone right here. This is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. This is the one with the new photo button right here. This has become like my daily driver. This is the phone that I use every single day, you know, for phone calls, emails, text messages, all of that kind of stuff. I see Renee's in the house. Welcome, Renee. Renee was probably studying tonight as well. Yes, Renee, it's a ghost town. There's literally nobody in the town except a few probably drone trucks driving around. I see the white truck. I see the blue truck. I see no people. They need to add some people, even though, you know, technically by law, we're not supposed to fly over people without a special, allowance for that. But it would be nice just to see people out there doing something, or even better, just don't have everything abandoned. It's like everything in the city is abandoned. Everything in the city has been shut down. And it's like we're trapped inside of the city with, you know, trucks running around, and all we can do is fly around. Okay, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Anyway, if you guys are interested in this phone, you can get it here on Amazon right now for $1,092 for this guy right here. Now, the case that I have on here is from our friends over at ESR. Let's go ahead and take this down to the desk real quick, and let me show you guys this case a little bit closer up. So this is a very rugged case. It is in two parts. So you have like a really soft material inside, then you have a hard shell on the outside. This also has a little lip here. Let me see if I can open this guy up. Oh, it's on the other side. You can open this little lip up like this, and you can actually use this to set the phone up. Maybe if you want to watch Rome Knows Tech live or something on your phone. I'm just saying, you know, you could do that. It's very convenient. It also protects your cameras because you have this metal ring now around the cameras, and also your USB connection down here has a little flap that you have to open in order to charge it. Now, of course, most of us are probably not going to use this unless we're connecting something to the phone, like those wireless microphones we looked at earlier. Most of us are going to use the MagSafe. I can tell you the MagSafe works perfectly on this case, through this case, for charging this phone or any of the other MagSafe devices that I've connected to this. I've had no problems whatsoever. You can get this guy right here on Amazon. I'm watching on my phone, Renee says. You can get this case right now here on Amazon, guys, for $21.57. $21.57 is a great price for such a rugged case. ESR, I have so many ESR cases. Here's my iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's an ESR case that's on it. My iPhone 15 Pro Max is inside of my gimbal right now, but here is another ESR case that I normally have that phone in, you know, when I'm not using that phone as an additional camera. So I am a huge fan of ESR cases, guys. I'm telling you, these are some of the best cases I have had. And even though they did send me these cases, I'm telling you, after experiencing at least one of these, I would buy these cases no problem whatsoever with my own hard-earned money. No problem whatsoever. So yeah, definitely check it out, guys. Definitely check it out. If you made the investment of, you know, $1,000, $1,500 phone, trust me, you want to invest in some kind of protection for it. You want a screen protector. You want a case. Protect your investment. That's all I can tell you. In tech, protect your investment. All right, guys, we only got one thing left in the carousel, and that's going to be these drawstring backpacks. You guys know I talk about these every single night. You can get these here on Amazon for only $11.99. You get 10 of these drawstring backpacks. Now, these are going to be great for reusable shopping bags. They're going to be great for storage bags. They're going to be great for like day trip bags and stuff like that. You go into the park, the beach, whatever, throw all of your, you know, your suntan lotion and all the stuff that you people have to, you know, carry when you go to the beach. Throw it all up in here, you know, and just throw it on your back and do what you do. Now, of course, I have another purpose for these drawstring backpacks. Of course, we fill them with items that we purchase right here on Amazon. Toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, Band-Aids, pens, pencils, toilet paper, socks, underwear. We fill these bags up, guys, myself, my motorcycle club, and other organizations that I'm affiliated with, and we fill up these backpacks and we keep them with us on, you know, on point. If we run into someone out there in the world at a convenience store, gas station, traffic light, you know, that's out there homeless looking for help, we just hand them one of these backpacks with a bunch of love, all in one nice, you know, compact little backpack that can take with them, use the different items in it, and still have the backpack they can use for, you know, many, many, many moons to come. So that's a win. I can't encourage you guys enough to do as much good in the world as you possibly can every single day. There's a lot of people, guys, that are in need, and any way we can reach out to them and shine our light on them. All I ask you guys to do is to be that pebble in the pond and let your ripples of good energy ripple out over the world and inspire others to do good in the world as well. That's how we get it done. You hear me now? That's how we get it done, okay? All right, my babies, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Y'all know how we do. Smokey's already pacing. I got to go make dinner, and Smokey's ready to eat. I'm ready to eat. Time to, you know, get in there and cook it up. Cook it up. Let's go. All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones, get out there and create something amazing each and every single day. Again, be that pebble in the pond, and encourage others to get out in the world and do good every single day. Y'all know how we live, you know how we do. Be that number one. Pay it forward. Be a good human. I cannot emphasize it enough. Be a good human. Wear it on your heart. Wear it on your chest. Put it on your coffee mug. If you don't have a way to do it, get at your boy. I'll make something for you. You know I'll find a way to get it into your hot little hands so that you can inspire others to do good in the world. That's how we do, my babies. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Time for me to say the magic words. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Bam, my babies. I am out of here. Much love, much respect. I'm out. Love y'all. Peace. See y'all on the next stream.